Good morning, everybody. Almost made it to the weekend. So whether you're at work, on the way to work, in your car, at the gym, doing housework, or just kicking back, welcome, welcome, welcome. Get comfy. Yvonne Manning, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you. Good morning, Stevie. Sarah, and your weather, -11. -11. Nene Nutnet. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Superior Dreams. I hope everyone is doing great. Let me see. Hello, Chris. How you been doing? I missed you. That or I didn't see you. Hope that didn't happen. Ruby Pearl. I messaged you on your Facebook page. Did you get it? Yeah, I did. I replied to you. It's a wonder I got it, if you want to know the truth. It's better to get me by email or on Discord. Julie, good morning. I see some people are like, I finally made it to a live. Holly Beans. Made it to Friday. You're right. Post Skinny. Kevin, about the refrigerator. Don was trying to be cute. He was hoping a wasp nest was in there. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Got some new names in here. Hit that sub button. Give it a like. Cheryl, good morning. Little Wing. What a cute name. Little Wing. I'm thinking of like a little chicken. A little chicken. Good morning, Aggie. Not a Wells supporter. Good morning. DT Driver. Good morning. If I missed you, I apologize. Trying to get through and make sure I tell everybody good morning. There's our friend Kat. We're going to play her video today and bring her up on panel. She always does great work. Good morning, Juicy Tequila Bobo. There's my girl, Katie Bird. Deb. Hope everyone is doing great this morning. I hope you all are doing great. Everyone got good sleep. And hello, Pat. Hello, Gaelic girl. Sharon. There's Dr. Clark in the house. Pegasus girl. So I hope everyone had a good Thursday and ready to hammer out these cases. We got 2 shows today. Got Summer and Harmony Montgomery. Something's got to be done there, definitely. The rabbit hole goes deep. Cappuccino and Brooks. That's definitely a great way to start the morning. Let's make a t-shirt. Dawn Wells, pray for Candace. Dawn, I want you to actually come up. I'm actually in a pretty good mood today, Dawn. If you want to come up and pray for Candace or plead for your daughter, I welcome you. We're actually in this group. We're praying for Summer. But you're welcome to come up. You say the word Dawn, and I will put the link up. Good morning, Terminator.
Good morning, Brooks. Good morning, chat. Good morning, everybody. I want to say hello to my awesome sister that is listening, and I hope everybody has a stellar day. I am so glad you're here. It is truly appreciated. Trust me. And let's do this, Brooks.
Let's do it. I see you. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Dawn Wells, Candace is upset. Sure, because none of this is helping her. Pray for my wife. Dawn, just chill out. I'm going to put the link up in a minute. You're going to like this show, Dawn. You are. So we have some comments from yesterday I was going to go over as usual. After we find out how your evening went. How'd it go, Kevin?
My evening?
Yeah.
Well, my day yesterday was, there's a lot of people that it was absolutely cray-cray. And my evening was not a typical evening for me yesterday because I was just on pins and needles, and I just had a hard time relaxing. But you know what? It's all good. But every day is a good day to me when we can come and talk about these kids. So
absolutely, that's what we're here to do. Also, I was going to show you an example, Kevin. I know you've been talking a lot about the overtime rule in NFL football.
Right.
Juicy Tequila Bobo, I especially want you to look at this. So this is what would happen if your overtime rule changed. 19 overtimes, 135 to 142.
That would be awesome, in my opinion. I don't think my nerves could take that much. Oh, Lord.
So there you go.
God. Go
That's what
Rams.
would happen.
Everybody, please root for the Rams.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I know, but I'm my pick is the Rams and KC in the Super Bowl. And this is my opinion. I truly believe that the Rams defense with Donald and Von Miller, that's going to be a huge factor in these games.
Raven, hey, KC is my team. I'm proud of my boys. We're proud of them. Not so proud of Jackson Mahomes, and Brittany knows how to make an ass out of herself. But anyway, there you go. That would be with the new overtime rule you want.
That's funny.
Isn't that hilarious?
Because Mahomes is going to light it up.
Pat K's on your side. Pat K said, "I'll go with you, Kevin. Go Rams."
Yep. And then you know what, Brooks? I'm taking the Bengals over the Chiefs. You know why? Because of Joe Burrows. We'll see, right? I think the Chiefs are absolutely a phenomenal team. Mahomes is unbelievable. They're going to be very hard to beat. That's a fact. And they're at home. So if you're going to beat the Chiefs, you better show up.
Yep. Tell you what, I might even have to go live for that game. Everybody can listen to you and I argue about football.
Oh Lord, they would think I was a lunatic.
Oh, they would definitely think I'm a lunatic. Anyway, I thought you would like that. That's pretty funny.
It is funny. That's how it would be too. It'd be, oh my gosh, it would be back and forth, wouldn't it?
Yep. Justice for Summer. Prayers for Candace to speak up and tell the truth.
What?
Candace, please tell the world where Summer is. Yep, that's our prayer. That's our prayer, Dawn. We are praying that Candace tells what's really going on. Okay? But glad you got to come in and say hi to everybody. All right, I'm going to talk about a few comments we got yesterday. Love you guys' comments.
Oh, yeah, they're great. I mean, thinking outside the box. I read some comments and I'm just blown away.
Yep. A lot of people, after we played the video again yesterday, and you guys are going to see it again because there's a lot in that video from WVLT, Dawn in the Yard, and the Dog Trail. A lot of people were really triggered, and I don't mean in a bad way, but I could tell you guys were really thinking. Some people said that they replayed it several times. That's good. I mean, put our minds to it. So I had a comment yesterday. If the kids were playing hide and seek, as mentioned, maybe she was hiding in that fridge and ended up suffocating in it. Just another thought. Could be.
Yeah, that's a great possibility. I mean, that's a great comment.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to read this comment in chat right now. Sky Chan said, everyone is looking at the one tree. They need to look at the forest. I couldn't agree more. Hence why we're here 7.5 months later, basically. More going on than what we think. All right. Another comment. This was left on the channel. He is telling exactly what happened to Summer. I believe that he's putting out their information about the refrigerator because when she is found and it's proved that she was suffocated, then he can use the refrigerator as an excuse that somebody put her in there. Oh, man.
Wow. That's a great comment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pre-planning our excuse. Pre-planning what we're going to say.
That's something to think about.
I think so too. All right, here's another one. Candace and Grandis are just making these calls to establish scenarios against Dawn. So when court comes about, they can say how threatening, abusive Dawn is. Yes, and why did Candace throw her phone in the back of Dawn's truck? That is weird. You're right about Candace using Granda's phone outside as if Candace was out looking for Summer. Plus, both didn't know those trails were there, right? And I hate they blame the kids all the time when they are the parental units and it's their job to supervise the kids.
Boom.
So, Dawn, if you're still in here, people are thinking, got a couple of people on the property that are setting you up.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how he's lived there 12 years and didn't know that dog trail was there. That's my only question.
KJ 5000 said the fridge is key. There's something there. I'm not saying that it is key, but he pointed it out for a reason. He also made sure he knew that the news anchor was coming. There's no way he did not know that mattress was propped up by the door. Nope.
No,
Nope.
the reflection in his voice and the way he hit it with the stick to me is sus AF. I just, in my opinion, there's just something about that. I don't know. That's driving me insane.
Mm-hmm. Scorpion's back. How you doing?
Oh, wow.
Summer needs to be found. Enough is enough. He's always got great comments. Scorpion does.
Mm-hmm.
Blonderella, yes, ma'am. Wouldn't the scent dogs hit the fridge if she was in it? Absolutely. But with Dawn, there's always deflection. He's got to point that out. And when he says stuff like, I don't know what she was doing, I think that she, because we always do opposite day, the she is not Summer, it's Candace. He's referring to something.
And another thing we have to really consider, sometimes dogs are off. They are. And that's just a fact.
But that's the reason they have so many of them. If it was just
Yes.
one dog, there's a margin of error.
Right.
But when they have so many, then it'd be very hard to not pick up on any kind of decomp, blood, or anything.
That's a great point. I wonder how many dogs there were. Not the hellhole dogs, but I'm talking about, as far as
the hellhole dogs.
I'm talking about the police dogs. I wonder how many dogs they had up there.
I don't know how many units they brought out.
Me either. I've never heard. I'd love to know if anybody knows. I'd love to know that answer. I really would.
It's in some earlier articles. We'll do some research later this afternoon and I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm. That would be interesting.
Scorpion said, as a father, I would not stop searching for my child. Nope. VCK the Watcher, it's all to confuse you, and two accidents in case they get busted, they can play it off as if it's an accident. Too late. If it was an accident, you had your chance on June 15th to say what happened. Now you've got big problems. If it was truly an accident, now you got big problems.
Really big problems. Yeah. It's a little too late for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that's the truth, then that shit should have been addressed long ago. And in my opinion, absolutely not an accident. That's just my opinion.
It would be crazy to have an accident with everything they had going on. I don't know.
Yeah, wouldn't you think, wouldn't you think, even if CPS, if it was just truly an accident, in my opinion, I just think 911 would have been called. I don't know, but I don't know.
Samantha said, one way or another, they're going to pay. Blonderella, what does everyone think about the 2 sets of footprints found to the left of the property on the neighbor's land?
Oh my.
I have some issues with that rumor. I really do, because I would think that if those were really, this is just me, not here to change anyone's mind. If they could truly figure out that those were Summer's footprints, that there would be a massive search going on in that particular area.
What if it rained?
It rained a lot between
those footprints are going to be gone, man.
Well, I mean, hell, after they did the prank phone call to Mary. The next day, it was a downpour.
And the reason I say that is I hunted deer.
Cinderella, you're fine. Girl, you're fine. You're fine. We hear all kinds of stuff. We discuss it. Sorry, Kevin.
Oh, it's okay. I was just getting ready to say I hunted deer. I mean, avidly, and tracking deer and pattern their movements is very important. But even that, if like even deer tracks, if it rains, you go back. It is totally different. The ground there is absolutely it wipes out a lot, you know. And I just, in my opinion, those two footprints don't mean diddly to me. But that's my opinion.
I don't see how they would still be there after
I
all
don't
the rain
either.
and everything. I just don't. But that's just me. That's
Right.
just me. I don't know. I saw a comment to me. Hang on. I don't want to miss it. It's even highlighted. Oh, just saying hi. Well, hi.
Well, hello.
Well, hello. Glad everyone's here. Was it a rumor that CPS was coming? Shoot. Was it a rumor that CPS was coming, or was that true? Okay, some people say it was a rumor made up on Facebook. Okay? And then they said it was a rumor made up by YouTubers. Candace, on her own Facebook page, was having a conversation with people. She's the one that said that CPS was supposed to be there the next day. So unless she got hacked, she's the one that let that out. And yeah, people were like, what? What? Okay.
It definitely fits the scenario.
Yep. I mean, she said it, but they say a lot of stuff. Remember, it could be a total lie. It could be a total lie. They've lied about so much. So next Friday, a week from today, if I've got my dates right and I'm not turned around, February 4th is Summer's birthday. What do you guys think we should do? Some people are saying put your purple lights up for Summer. Some are saying, make a donation to, missing exploited children. What do you guys think we should do to honor Summer on her birthday? You don't have to tell me today, but let's think about it. We have a week.
Yep, I'll definitely be thinking about that one.
Okay, Sheila on the screen, and thank you, Bridget. Thank you. Because we forget a lot of stuff. Can't remember everything in this case. Lawson said there was an open CPS case on Summer Wells. I always found that odd that he said it that way. He made sure to let everyone know without being so obvious about it. The case was on Summer, not her brothers. So when people say, well, why didn't they immediately take her brothers? They didn't have an open case on them. The case was for Summer alone. Purple balloon release. Let's do a Paw Patrol theme, purple lights, and hoping everyone gets her a little. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, Little Wing. And I love this. I'm baking my son a cake on February 4th and spoiling the shit out of him. Do something.
There you go.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
That actually made me tear up. Hello, Kevin. You're flashing us.
Yeah, me too. And I got a lump in my throat on that one.
Me too. All right. So speaking of birthdays, we talked about the video yesterday. It's on Jeff Bobo's channel. Super nice guy. I like the way he talks to Dawn. I like their phone interviews. And so I'm going to play it, but I'm going to play it with closed captions today because it is kind of hard to hear. And we are going to put it on right now.
Wow, thank you so much for closed captions. Seriously, thank you.
Well, it's just so hard to hear. And I had my microphone turned up and everyone's like, I can't hear it. It's like staticky and everything. Jared said, I made it to my second live. Make a habit out of it. All right, so here we go. You can see right there, Donald Wells, father of missing child Summer Wells, discussing a dream he had about Summer and her upcoming 6th birthday, Rogersville, Tennessee. Okay, so the birthday is definitely worth talking about, but the dream about the Johnson grass, I want you guys to really let's think about this, okay? Hang on. I want to hear that part again. Sorry, guys.
She was just spraying and laughing like she could just smile on her face like she always does. And it's just like I kind of flew by her and then flew up into the air and I was looking back, kind of looking down on her a little ways from a distance, like I was like a drone or something. It was kind of odd, but yeah, in that sense, but it was beautiful. She got a beautiful smile with her. She was flashing it. It brings tears to my eyes thinking about it. Do you have any idea what that meant, or do you think it?
He was like a drone. Any thoughts on that? Johnson Grass, looking back, smiling and laughing like she always does, but he was like a drone.
Do you want to hear my thought?
Please.
Okay, here we go. I said yesterday on a live, if I was a detective, that Johnson Grass, I'd be paying attention to. And here's my reasoning. Don Wells always sprinkles a little truth in his lies. We all know this, and that is a fact. Okay. Here's my opinion. I don't think, I'm not saying Summer's laying out in the grass, okay? I just think something about this Johnson Grass isn't right. And this is my opinion. I'll bet. So, she's not laying in the Johnson Grass, but the Johnson Grass is near Summer. And that is my opinion. That I don't know, I just can't ignore that, using that word like that. I had a dream, the field was really tall grass, and I don't know, just something about that. If I was a detective, I would definitely be looking at Johnson Grass in a 15-mile radius. That's all I'm going to say about that.
And I totally agree. It's not what they say, it's the little dabbles of stuff in there.
Yep,
okay?
There's something up, Don. What is the Johnson Grass, Mr. Wells? I could be totally wrong.
We're just talking, buddy.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with talking. KJ5000, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Scorpion, this behavior is so telling. Yep. And I just saw Mama Bear of 10's comment. She has a reminder for us and a very good point. So I'm getting off track, but this has got to be stated. Brooks, Candace stated all doors were locked when boys were home alone. No way in and no way out. Yet she never stated in her timeline that she unlocked the dungeon door. Ooh. The key is the key. You guys get what I'm saying? The key is the key.
That was a great comment.
We got the best chat on YouTube. Best community. All right, back to Dawn's dream.
Man, if I was a detective.
Go ahead, dude.
I'm sorry. If I was a detective agency, I'd be hiring some of these people and that follow our channel. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, no shit. We got a whole community full of private investigators.
Could you imagine if we all put, oh my gosh, it would be powerful.
Yeah. Wow.
I wouldn't want to be a criminal.
Not in this community. They'll find your ass fast.
Quick. I seen that yesterday. The action is with the swiftness.
Not in this community. You're not getting away with shit in this neighborhood. All of these people figure it out. All right. Okay.
I have no idea. I'm willing to share it with everybody. Like I said, I guess, but the reason I called you mainly was
I don't know why he thought that he needed to share this dream with him unless there's something that he wants out there. Dawn's really good about putting out breadcrumbs.
Yep. Sprinkle a little bit of truth in all the lies. Boy, we've been following this case long enough to know that's a fact, people.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Period.
Yep. Breadcrumbs everywhere. We got quite a trail, don't we?
Yeah. A lot.
Her birthday coming up. So you all had a celebration in North Carolina in private where I guess where people could be harassed. Yes, sir. And
nobody would have harassed them at their house, okay? Her birthday is a week from today, but they went to North Carolina. Dawn and Candace didn't go, and people say it's because of probation. But they went to Dr. Phil. That was in California. Hell, they went to Utah. Had a meet and greet with Benny in Dallas, then returned home. A few days after Summer disappeared or got gone, Dawn drove to Virginia to give Dudley his check. You can't tell me that they couldn't get permission to go to North Carolina for Summer's birthday party. And if they were told no, they could have done it privately at the hellhole or at the church. But from what I hear, the church doesn't want their asses around there either.
And I believe Don says also, I had to work. What the hell's more important? Come on.
Okay, Jackie said he was denied permission to travel to North Carolina. Well, then you tell your friend Robin we're having it here.
You know, and in my opinion, most people, okay, I'm not saying everybody, but most people would not show up and disrupt a birthday for Summer, okay? The only time that people show up is when they're sick of the shit show or they're adding to it. So,
yeah, he goes on to say, because they were scared of YouTubers showing up. Well, don't tell anybody what you're doing. Crazy?
Yeah.
People can't read your minds.
Bob is free to share that if she wants to. I mean, that's up to her because she's the one that got her all. I personally didn't go because I had to work, and I just was so afraid that there was going to be a bunch of YouTubers
there you go.
there. So I don't know. I didn't want to go. It's not my daughter's birthday unless she ain't there. It was just kind of flipping in my mind. You know, so we didn't. Neither one of us went, but I thought more of like if there might be like a prayer vigil or an observation schedule. Yeah. I don't.
How can he not know? Your daughter's birthday is next Friday. I'm pretty sure that the town of Rogersville is going to have a prayer vigil for her. I'm surprised it hasn't been floating around already.
And didn't he just say he's not going to because Summer's not going to be there anyway? He just said that. Well, yeah. What does that tell you? They're not looking for their daughter. You know why? Because they already know. He just told us, in my opinion, that he knows damn good and well Summer was not abducted.
Right.
That's what I got out of that just now.
KJ5000 said, remember, Dawn didn't even know when Summer's birthday was or her age. The original 911 caller, I still don't know who called first, whether it was Dawn or Candace, reported her as 4 years old. The picture on the screen, which breaks my heart, was the picture provided, not a current picture. They failed to mention that her head was shaved. It gets better.
I don't know about that. I don't know what. I mean, to me, I would just rather celebrate it in church, personally, you know, anywhere, in the church that she loves. Kind of a private thing. Family. Okay. She said, well, I won't share any of that information, but okay. But I mean, but you're welcome to our, Dogmo's family YouTube channel, anything that's on there or whatever, you know.
Yeah, direct him to your YouTube channel, Don. Don't just tell him what's really going on. And you can hear Candace in the background. Goodness.
It's all open for the public.
What to do? What to do? What
You
to
know,
say?
we're not going to the birthday because Summer ain't there anyway, and we're not going to go look for her because she wasn't abducted. Oh my gosh.
Summer's not going to be there anyway. Who
Yeah.
would say that?
Who the
That's
hell
like
would
you're
say
watching the
that?
video yesterday. She was gasping for air, and I know she was struggling. How? How can you say that without losing your mind? I mean, I about lose my mind when I hear it.
You know, if that was true, and my child got abducted, I'd have the damn biggest birthday party. Wow, this is so telling. All this is so telling. Behavior, choices. That's all. Their behavior, their choices are telling you the story. You're not so slick, Donnie boy.
Little by
At
little, they
all.
certainly are.
Yep. Period.
Jenny, will Don even show up for court? Oh yeah, he'll be there because he knows
Oh
the
yeah.
going to be there. I will be surprised if he is sentenced to 30 days. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to discourage anybody, but I'll be really surprised if he's sentenced to 30 and he even serves 10. That's just me. I've been watching this for 7 months.
Yep.
I'm gonna put up Kat's video. Kat made a really, really good video. You know, someone else kind of came out of the woodwork recently. No one related to the case. They don't know the Wells or anything. And it's really strange if you really want to know the truth. It's a really strange video. Not on Kat's behalf, but on the guy that she's talking about. He is saying that within 3 hours of Summer going missing, Dawn made a statement to someone. Now, Kat breaks it down, and she's going to come up and discuss it with us too. Of course, Kat called it right out, and I know you guys will too, but we're here to discuss because something not right. NC Mountain Girl, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. All right. Kat, are you present still? Because I'm going to need you hit in a minute.
It should not.
All right.
I was getting ready to dance to that tune.
I know. I almost skipped it. Hang on. All right. Don't need closed captioning for this, but it's already on. Okay. Kat, I'm here. I'm going to go ahead.
Can I ask you how you see the closed captioning? Because I can't.
I know. It's hard to see. I don't know what to do about that.
I was just wondering if I was doing something wrong.
No, I was looking at the last one too, and I could just kind of barely see it at the screen. But also the way he talks, it's kind of hard to close caption that shit. All right, so here's Kat's video. Don't forget to subscribe to Kitty Cat.
Not be taken as a statement of fact. This video contains my opinion on a news report found on Facebook. I will credit the source in the description. Thank you for watching. Hi everyone, so this is a guy from a news agency called Skyline News. He went to Tennessee to interview people and to take a look around to see if he could find out any more information about what happened to Summer Wells. So he's about to give us a bit of background and context in the area. I think most of us that have been following the case for a while now are quite familiar with it, but he's obviously speaking to an audience that may not have heard about the case of Summer Wells. So this is his introduction to the area.
It's a tight-knit community, okay? There's a lot of myth in that community, and there's a lot of good people in that community.
That is so rude for him to say there's a lot of myth in that community. Already I was turned off by him, but okay.
And we could not have found what we found without those good people. But again, I stress to you, there's a reason that nobody is going on television about it, and nobody is speaking to have it recorded into a press book.
Well, lots of people have spoke out, so maybe he's new. I don't know.
And it's because of all the meth that's going around down there. It is so bad. There's some mean people down there in that area.
Okay.
If I was a resident of Rogersville, I'd be all over that dude right now.
So
Yeah,
here
I
we
kind
have
of don't
a
like him
news
already.
reporter who has been to Tennessee and has been speaking to locals in the area. Now, what he's going to tell us is about a guy that he met while he was in Tennessee. He doesn't give his name, but the person that he was speaking to said that he met Donald Wells 3 hours after Summer went missing. And this news reporter is going to tell us what he heard from that source about what Donald Wells says 3 hours after Summer went missing.
I had the opportunity to meet a young man, and I've got a message for that young man at the end of this here, and I'll share it with you. But that young man had a story to tell, and he told me right out there in his driveway after we were told to go see this person. And he said that he spoke with Don Wells, which is the father of Summer Wells, approximately 3 hours is what he said after she was gone missing.
My question about this is Kitty Cat backstage? She is. My question about this is, and the reason I'm calling BS on what this guy said, or if this guy is just flat out making it up. For one, give his name to the TBI, okay? Now, this guy has done this on other cases. Not going to lie, he has. But we listen to everything, right? Law enforcement was thick on that hill. So how some random stranger met Donnie Boy 3 hours after, that'd be at 9:30 that night, and tells him this.
That, Brooke, you just took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say 3 hours, the cops would still be there. Yeah, I'm not buying this.
Happy Friday, Kitty Cat.
Hey.
Your
Oh my
video
God,
is wonderful, and I love how you get your 2 cents in. When you messaged me the other day and you're like, I need your opinion, I was like, oh, what's she up to?
That baby savage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
guy. Go on, he's funny.
Roll it. Yeah, people are saying that he talked to Fred Hill. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that Fred would make some shit like that up. I really
Neither
don't.
would I. He seems to
But-
have got it in for YouTubers recently, doesn't he? So
Yeah, but spill it. Spill it now. Fred's just saying he had this conversation. I'm not saying
Right.
it was Fred. That's just what, people are saying. I am not saying Fred said this. But we don't wait 7 months for this conversation with Dawn with heavy law enforcement. Remember, okay, she calls 911 at 6:30. Around 9:30 is when she was FaceTiming with Allie. She asked where Grandis was. Okay, it was said that everybody was outside talking to law enforcement except Candace. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but Don's running around the neighborhood trying to find people to talk to 3 hours after his daughter disappears
No,
to tell them stories.
Dawn didn't leave the yard.
Not with that many law enforcement officers, I guarantee you.
Right.
Scorpion, people got the nerve. And this guy, I want everybody in Summer's army, but when you come in this late to the game, please don't insult the rest of us by being the all-knowing. It's very off-putting.
Yeah.
We've always got a seat at the table, but don't come in with this BS.
So here, one thing to note is just that this is a news organisation. I found them on Facebook. They're called Skyline News. They have 51,000 followers on Facebook. I have done a little bit of due diligence into them to make sure that they're kosher and legit news organisation, and it does appear that they are. This guy does his own opinion pieces for that news organisation. The person that he interviewed, I cannot verify who it is because obviously it's his source, and I cannot verify that what the source told him is true. But it's very interesting to listen to see what Donald Wells was saying to a source 3 hours after Summer went missing. Take a listen.
And that Mr. Wells had concerns about his daughter, but he talked about a book and talked about a sacrifice. Okay, a sacrifice.
Oh, No, he
God.
did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just went there. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Wow.
All
And
right,
not only that,
you guys take this one because I'm about to lose my mind.
the thing is,
Y'all
though,
gonna
is
make
that
me lose my mind up in here. You guys take it.
okay?
Oh, no
Well,
problem, Kat. Let's do this.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. My first thought was anybody that's listened to Don talk for even a millisecond or even half a second knows that he talks about a book and a sacrifice and the resurrection and all of that shit. Instantly, that's his first conversation. So I doubt, I don't really think he was running around the neighborhood 3 hours after talking about this book. But nothing would surprise me with Don. But it's just not, it just didn't happen.
This is so ridiculous, right? Wow, he went there. The sacrifice
Right.
theory.
Right.
Man,
And the thing is, that theory has been banded around and used, against the church and all of that kind of stuff. I actually looked a bit into the book that Don does talk about, and the word sacrifice in that book isn't even used in the context of sacrificing children. It's used in the context of what you sacrifice to get close to God. So it's about giving up your possessions or whatever, instead of having worldly possessions, having your focus on God. That's what they mean by sacrifice. But this guy's like, oh, you told me that Summer was sacrificed. It's just ridiculous.
it is absolutely pathetic, desperate,
Desperate's the
bullshit.
word, Kevin. Desperate's the
Yeah,
word. This guy's desperate
desperate.
to be relevant.
Yep, it is.
This
man is desperate.
insane. This is insane.
Yeah.
Ruby, oh my God, did he used to work for West Memphis Police? This is some more
Oh,
satanic panic. Yep, that's what
Yeah.
I thought too. When I heard it, and I forgot to tell Pat about it, the West Memphis 3 is what this reminds me of.
yep.
Right.
Got to blame the religion because we can't blame who really did it, right?
Right. The thing is, he doesn't even I won't spoil it, but he doesn't even really reference the sacrifice again. So this guy who was speaking to him apparently dropped the word sacrifice into the conversation, and then went on to tell him about some other thing that he thought happened to Summer, which didn't even go near the word sacrifice. So I don't quite know. The reason for him dropping that in there was a bit like if he was a Daily Mail reporter or a Sun reporter. It's just for sensationalism, that's all.
Yeah, and let's look at this realistically, okay? The police presence was not just Hawkins County, okay? There was a lot of police. Summer got a lot of attention really quick.
Mm-hmm.
So if this guy, what he's saying, so Evan, because I know damn good and well, I don't think the police would have just let Don mosey on out of there.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Kevin.
Okay.
Exactly.
The other thing is they damn sure ain't gonna let this clown that he's talking about walk up there and talk to Don.
Right,
This
exactly.
is such bullshit.
Not with an active investigation going
Exactly.
on in very early hours, unless it's someone walking up saying, I saw Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Talk about
They'd be,
and every religion talks about sacrifices you make to get closer to God. They're not talking about killing people.
Exactly my point. This guy drops it in like they're talking about sacrificing a child, but the research that I've done, which to be fair is limited because I really can't bear reading this kind of religious stuff, but talks about sacrifice in a completely different context to the way that this guy's talking about it and the way that it's been talked about in this case.
yeah, because Jesus did say, drop all your worldly possessions and follow me. That's the sacrifice.
Right, exactly. And that's the way that it's talked about in this book that Don goes on about. It's not talked about in a sacrificing child kind of way, but that's how people seem to have run with that word. And now he's just dropped it back in there, which kind of just reinforces it. But it's just a load of crap. It's not, it's not right.
I mean,
because I guarantee you, if this so-called person went up to talk to Don, the police would have said, "Come here, buddy. You sit right here. We got questions for you."
Yeah, and what do you know about all of this and everything?
Exactly.
Carry on playing it because honestly, this guy.
Yeah. I think we've debunked it already.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got to
better,
read
Kevin.
this comment. The sacrifice in the Bible is also putting away your alcohol and sin, etc.
Ooh. Yeah, there you go. Boom.
Sarah
Big
W
point.
for the win.
Absolutely. Comment of the day.
For the win.
That is great.
All right, here we go. Is that a spray tan or does he use a tanning bed?
Collar popping and the spray tan.
I need a tan. I really want to know what he uses. It's very even.
So, for those of us who are familiar with the case of Summer Wells and the disappearance on June 15th, will probably remember that very soon after, a couple of days after, Donald Wells was talking about seeing Summer in the resurrection. Anyone that's had a conversation with Donald Wells or has heard Donald Wells speak will know that the way that he talks in a conversation, he will quickly deflect to talking about this book. Now, the book that he references is a Seventh-day Adventist book by Ellen White, who he regards as a prophet or some kind of knowing authority. I just find it really interesting that this deflection began 3 hours after the disappearance of his daughter, Summer Wells. However, I do wonder also about the validity of the claims that this conversation took place 3 hours after the disappearance of his daughter, because surely 3 hours after your daughter disappeared, there would still be helicopter activity and police activity at your property.
Boom.
There it is.
Cat slayed it.
Seriously.
Awesome video, Kat.
Uh-huh. She does awesome work. Don't forget to sub. This is insane. Don't think Don is not pissed about this.
But do you think that this reporter guy actually thinks that people are stupid? Why did he even consider that 3 hours after Summer went missing, Don was having this conversation with someone? Surely that would be your first thought, would be, how the hell was he having a conversation with you 3 hours after his daughter went missing? I don't buy it.
And for the millionth time, people, you find out something like this. If this conversation existed between Mr. Spray Tan and the person that talked to Don 3 hours later, Spray Tan should have called 800 TBI find. We do not report tips to Facebook or YouTube. Yeah. Freaks.
No, but you wait until later. You'll hear his offer. He makes an offer to that person.
This man is a grown-ass, desperate piece of shit.
Just say how you feel, Kevin. Don't sit on the fence.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Come on, Spray Tan. Don't let me down.
I know that at one point Don said he did go back to work to clear up his work site in the evening of the day that Summer went missing. But I'm not entirely sure that 3 hours after your daughter is missing is the most appropriate time to be having a conversation with a local meth head about your favourite book by Ellen White. This doesn't seem appropriate. Donald Wells has also told us that he believes that Summer was abducted. And 3 hours after she disappeared, he's already talking about sacrifice. So did he really believe at the time that Summer was abducted? And is he using the word sacrifice in context? I don't feel that he really believes that Summer was sacrificed. I don't think that there's...
Thank you for putting the mattress back up, Kat.
I couldn't leave it out, could I?
No, there was something there.
Source that was speaking to the interviewer does either. Let's have a listen to what else he said.
That's what this man told me. So this is firsthand. He says he spoke with him directly 3 hours. Then he tells me as a reporter, and I say this as a reporter because
you're in your car. You have a spray tan and a perm.
That's important here in just a minute.
A reporter.
It's at this point I start to question the validity of the witness that is being interviewed by this reporter. After all, no one in this hollow that's been able to give us an accurate timeline. And I don't mean to diss people that live in the area, but no one so far that has come out in this case has actually managed to give an accurate timeline. So was it 3 hours after Summer disappeared, when surely Don and Candace would have been at the police station, out searching?
Well, there's the happy couple right there. Kevin, look at your girlfriend's face.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Help me. I just want, this is, wait a minute. I got to find this a word. This is absolutely cray cray. This cat, thank you for this. This man, people, this man is not in Summer's army, period.
Nope. Neither is his imaginary friend. And Bobby K just gave a very, very nice reminder. Jesus was sent here so nobody needed to sacrifice anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I be loving that.
You have been on a very spiritual kick lately, Kevin. Keep that in mind. You're going to need it in a minute.
Yes, I have.
You're going to need it in a minute. When he talks about the reward, Kevin, you're going to lose all religion because I know it's going to fly out of your mouth.
Well, of course, we all know that they didn't do much of that. So was it 3 hours? Was it 3 days? Was it 3 weeks? We can't tell because we don't know the validity of the witness.
So he goes on and says, you need to go check out the horse pond. I'm just telling you what he said, and we'll put this in print. But the man says that he was led to believe, okay, that this is what he thinks has happened. That I have to be careful how I word this. And I'm reporting you what he said.
Oh, no, buddy, you're doing good. And the TBI never thought to check the horse pond. But please continue.
No. They
Yeah,
wouldn't
He
have done
said
I would
that
I'd like to
Summer
see the
Wells
print.
drowned at that horse pond. And when she drowned at that horse pond, the mother was upset about it and freaked out. And apparently it was an accident.
Okay, an accident at the horse pond. Now, I think the majority of us in this case have done deep dives into the watering hole incident, anything that might have happened up there. Chris McDonough has interviewed people that were up at the horse pond with Candace, Summer, and Brandes that day. I don't think it's likely that if Summer drowned at that horse pond, that she was then in the car laying on milk afterwards and had passed away. This is purely because at the time Summer was reported missing, there were search dogs on the site. I don't know for certain, but I feel that if Summer had passed in that vehicle, that the cadaver dogs, the scent dogs, would have actually, indicated to show that Summer had passed away in that vehicle. I don't think it's as simple as an accident at the watering hole that caused Summer to pass, because the timeline still doesn't make sense. And also because the young boy that was with them at the time would have been a witness to this. Now, it has been said that he's not in a good way, he's not in a good place, but he managed to recall the events of that day when he spoke to Chris McDonough.
Not to interrupt, this is great. Look at Allie's face. She's looking at him like, it's not what I told you to say.
Well, I'm sorry. Mr. Spraytan is late to the party.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to get him in contact with you, Kevin. All right. Please ask him if that's a lilt perm, like in the 80s. And I really want to know who did that spray job.
I'd love to talk to this man. I would love to.
Okay. Well, I've got 2 questions, so please jot them down. Thank you.
And in that accident, they brought the body home. Apparently nobody wanted to know anything was going on. That's what I got. And I asked that man that. Is that what you're saying? Nobody wanted to know? They didn't want anybody to know what was going on? He said yes.
Perhaps there was an incident, but I don't think it was that ended Summer's life.
So he goes on, he says, I would go check the last construction site that Mr. Wells worked at. So we could not go to the construction site because we weren't told where that construction site was, and nobody else would tell us that. Okay,
I have clipped this interview, and earlier on in this interview, which you can watch on their Facebook page, I'll leave a link in the description. He says that he's contacted the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office on 3 occasions, and they haven't replied to him. Now, in terms of the last job site that
no one's going to reply to his ass.
Oh my God, I almost choked.
No one's going to reply to his ass.
I listened to it, and it was like, I have contacted them 3 times to ask them to get back to me, and they haven't, and I don't understand why they won't. And I'm like, I know why I know why they won't get back to you.
It is so obvious that this man is way behind the ball in this show.
Absolutely.
The only person that would return his call is Kevin B. I got to tell Angel P, thank you for the super sticker and love you too. And there was someone else I had to. Oh, Lisa. Lisa makes me piss myself laughing. He is so late, his clothes look like Disco King. Dancing.
Brilliant.
Staying alive.
It's the color popping as well, isn't it?
Was working at.
Lawson's face. I'm telling you what, when the veins pop out of his head, you know he's pissed.
They get in contact with his employer, who has said that he is an ex-employee now. But in terms of that, the employer has been in contact with the FBI and the TBI about the work site that Donald Wells was at that day. Now, it doesn't seem to us, as the YouTube community or general population, if you like, that many things are moving forward. But there have been releases from the TBI that have said that they have checked every single tip and lead that they have received. To me, this means that they would have checked the previous job site that Don Wells was working at when Summer went missing.
Okay, I'm going to pause that for just a second. Bobby, thank you for the super sticker. He's sort of stretching that word reporter. It's such a joke. And he's stretching that fake bake too. All right, so in Kat's video, she gets to this point and she's talking about, they would have searched this. They would have searched this. Very early on, the TBI was basically talking to the true crime community, okay? Yours truly included. And they said, anyone that you have thought to talk to, we have.
Yep.
Anything that you think is a possibility, we have checked out.
Yep.
To this day, that still gives me chills, okay? And I can't remember who put it up. Chat's moving fast. When they keep talking about something happening at the watering hole, and that's where she passed, I don't want to be gruesome. I've said it before. I'm trying to find a nice way to put it so it doesn't spook us out. When we die, okay, it's going to happen to us all. Our body gets rid of things. The dogs would have picked that up. They would have picked it up at the swim hole or whatever you call it, the horse pond. They would have picked it up in grandma's truck. That's why I've always had doubts that she ever actually made it home.
Great
I've
point.
never seen any evidence of that either.
They have a ton of evidence. Don't get me wrong. They just haven't told us.
And you are right, Brooks. When a person passes, they lose control of, I don't even need to say it all, but everyone knows. Yeah, that's very, very true. I witnessed it. So
the thing is about this guy is that he's like, I tried to find out where Don's last work site was and no one would tell me. And so if anyone in my chat knows where Don's work site was, let me know. And I'm thinking to myself, the FBI would have already checked Don's work site because they're not stupid. And because they've been working on this case.
Call me up, David Hasselhoff. I know where it was.
Oh, that was good.
Call me up. CLL72020@gmail.com. I know his job site.
Right.
That day. Whew, let's get back to
Baywatch. A lot of that, but it was just funny how he just went on about it like no one thought of it.
The puzzle out while they were investigating this situation. So although I feel that there may be a possibility that something has occurred at that work site, I do believe that the TBI and the FBI especially would have been to check that work site out. I guess it remains to be seen if anything was found or any evidence was uncovered there.
So here's my deal. I want to make somebody a deal, and I think there's two of you.
This isn't your only deal, but please continue.
Buddy, I'm here.
I think there's two of you out there that have felonies. I think that you have warrants for your arrest. I think that you know a little more than what everybody else knows, and I think that you could point us and law enforcement in the right direction of exactly where Little Summer Wells is. Exactly. So here's my deal to you. As a reporter, I will not tell any of my sources whatsoever.
Okay, let's get
I
our
bet
laugh.
you won't.
Let's get our laugh out of our system. And reporters, okay. Baywatch. If you truly have this information and you are promoting your website with it, instead of calling 800 TBI find, there's no perm curlers in prison or spray tan booth. Think about it.
Any reporter out there is just like that. And we are covered by the First Amendment on that, okay? But here's the thing.
Okay, he's talking about the First Amendment.
How many times does he have to try to reassure us that he's not a reporter?
That's what I'm hearing
like
too.
you
You're
protest too
not
much.
a reporter. You're
You have
not.
to tell someone that many times that you're a reporter. You're quite clearly not a reporter.
Error 404 said Baywatch called. They want their lifeguard back. I wonder if he spray tans his legs. So if he put on that Speedo to run down the beach, is everything matching?
I wonder if he puts a banana in it.
Oh God, Kevin. God, Kevin. Oh, I've got an image I can't get out of my head now.
There's $75,000 out there for any information leading to finding Little Summer Wells. If you will tell us, okay, and not go through law enforcement, because I know that's not what you want to do, because you're afraid you're going to go to jail. I'll do two things for you. If you will go through us and just tell us exactly, and it's got to be exactly where this little girl is, okay, then I will sign a contract with you that when the $75,000, because I'm going to go and tell the police where they are, and then go out there and look and see, or if this little girl is there. If that little girl is there, then by telling the police department, then they will give us the reward of the $75,000.
No, they won't give you the reward. They're going to ask where you got the information. You're not going to hold Summer hostage.
Hey, Mr. Spraytan.
Yes, go ahead, Kevin, because I knew.
Hey, Mr. Spraytan, why don't you give the money to the boys, you piece of shit non-reporter?
He's such a phony.
Got to be kidding me. That is so illegal. So he's just going to call and say, I know where she's at. Well, how do you know? Well, I was told. Who told you? Well, I can't tell you because I'm giving them the reward and I'm protected by the First Amendment. Shit. STFU, Spraytan.
Everybody, this man is an imposter. This man is a joke, but it's sad, but it is very, very humorous. It really is, because this is the way he's. Oh my gosh, this Cat, thank you. This video cheered me up today.
Cat's awesome. I call her Cat with the facts.
In a contract with you and an attorney, I will give you that $75,000.
What attorney would draw that up? You fool.
Okay, I'm really interested to hear what you guys think about that offer. So the guy that spoke to him anonymously in the first place, the one that said that he had the conversation with Don 3 hours after Summer disappeared, he's offering him the reward fund, basically, to tell him where Summer is. But is it that simple, guys? Do you think that somebody who has a conversation with Don 3 hours after Summer disappears, where he doesn't hear much about Don's worry for Summer, a little bit maybe, but then hears about Ellen White and the sacrifice, and then comes out to reporter with a story about Summer drowning at the watering hole and Don's old work site. Do you think this guy has any real credible information about where Summer is? I mean, granted, if he does, then it should be shared with the TBI, and perhaps the guy does have warrants for his arrest and doesn't want to expose himself to the possibility that he may be arrested.
That will be yours, your money. And I will also talk to the district attorney of Hawkins County and see if we can't, if he can't, do something with lowering your warrants that are out for your arrest.
You can't negotiate a deal like that, dude.
And so,
A reporter.
See if law enforcement will work with you on that.
A reporter in his car.
But if you don't want that part, you want your name completely anonymous, that's fine. You're just simply giving us a tip, and we're going to give it to law enforcement.
He's
going to march into the. He's going to march into the.
But I kind of feel inside that it may be a bit of a pipe dream.
If that's it, then the $75,000 reward money is yours, and we will sign a contract to that fact.
I don't feel like.
Why don't you just call law enforcement and tell him this guy has a stack of freaking warrants and where he is and get that out of the way? And while he's there paying his debt to society, he can tell him the information himself. There, solved.
If the guy that is on meth and has a drug problem, living in those hollers, has any more information than anybody else about what happened to Summer that day, I'm leaning towards feeling that the discussion that he had with the reporter was his opinion of what happened rather than based on any facts. I can't see this, unfortunately, being the smoking gun that brings Summer any closure or any justice or any ends to this case. My own personal opinion, which I have stated on other podcasts and at other times, is that there are only 3 people who know what happened that day. The 3 people that live on 110 Ben Hill Road, Tennessee. That is my opinion, and I'm sure that not one day since that terrible events of June the 15th has any of those 3 people actually told the truth to another human being that would know the location of Summer Wells. I don't feel as though the reward money will ever be paid out if those 3 are the only people with the answers as to where Summer Wells is. I don't feel that the people responsible for her disappearance will ever talk to anyone.
All we want is the little girl found. That's it.
Summer's birthday is coming up on the 4th of February. It would be a big relief to have some closure and some answers in this case for what happened to Summer Wells by then. Sadly, I don't think those answers are coming very fast or very soon. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for supporting my channel, Cat Chats Crime and Coffee. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next video.
Great job, Kat. Kat pulls no punches, and she's already calling it out. We lost Kat. She lost connection. I don't know.
Done. Well done, Kat. Well done.
Job. Great job. You know who didn't do a good job? Spray tan, because no one's buying it.
Yeah, he's going to march into the DA's office and have a talk because he's a reporter. That is not a reporter. Oh, my God.
And after 7.5 months, you come across the magic witness. You solved the crime.
Well, you talk about a shit show. Man.
Kat is back.
I'm back. Sorry, I lost connection. Yeah. I mean, that guy. What the hell is he on? Whatever he's on, I want some of it.
Thank you, Kat. That was great.
And thank you, The Rabbit Hole Goes Deep, for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you. I don't even know what to say about this. I'm on the fence. Did he really talk to some rando, or is he making this up?
Oh, no, I think he bumped into someone while he was in the area, and they decided to tell him what they think they know, which is nothing, because I think it's the same guy that's been leading other YouTubers up garden paths to bones and etc. And he saw an opportunity and was like, oh, I'm going to tell this guy some shit. And that's what he did. And the reporter, being completely non-critically able to think for himself, sorry, I'm sorry. I can't talk about him with a straight face because he's just such a, well, yeah, you saw him, so, you know.
And in my opinion, it's so obvious that he's way back in this case. This
Well,
man,
actually, one point at the video that I did cut out, which because I cut it because I was like, look, people are just going to go ape shit on my ass if I keep this in. He said, it's been 6 months since Summer disappeared. And I'm sat there like, it's been 7 months, you fucking idiot.
exactly.
He
And I
didn't even
watched the
know.
whole thing on Facebook, and I was
Uh-huh.
going to bring it up,
Yep.
but I was just like, no, people are roasting him.
Right.
He's his marshmallow is too burnt for a s'more right now.
Right. And if he's a reporter, when he said the print, I want to see his print. I really do. I want to see it, sir.
It's on YouTube, buddy. I'll screenshot it to you. Not YouTube, Facebook. That's his print. Okay, it's not in the New York Times. Okay, it's not the Rogersville Review. His print. Okay, his print is
his footprint.
It's on Facebook. It's on Facebook.
Oh my God.
He fell out of the disco ball. Yep. Lisa. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did really find it hard to take him seriously while I was watching the video. I was waiting to go into an appointment when I started to watch it on Facebook, and because I didn't get a chance to watch it all at that point because I had to go to my appointment. When I came out, I needed cheering up, so I watched the rest of the video. But my mouth about fell open when he said, "Okay, I'm going to cut you a deal. Here's a deal, right?" My mouth was on the floor. I was like, "Seriously, you're going to offer money? Like, what the hell?"
I love Scorpion's comment. That is so, yeah. You turned the bird over. It's well done. Yeah, that man come to the wrong arena.
Turkey's done.
Too late.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, has he got a lot to learn in life. He's a grown-ass man.
Some people are like, he doesn't even work for Skyline News.
Yeah, this dude is a fake.
Well, he's all over their Facebook page. If he doesn't work for them, I think he's an opinion piece. I don't want to even use the word journalist because that's just a stretch too far.
Nope.
I would love to talk to this man.
He's a front seat reporter.
Yeah,
I would love to have a talk with him.
I didn't actually notice it again, but when I was when I posted the video, a few people were saying to me, "What was that like?" It was either like a CPR doll or something on the back seat of his car. I didn't even notice it. Yeah, he's a few sandwiches short of a picnic, as we say.
El Uli said, "Why tell him? Go to law enforcement. Tell them yourself. No middleman." And in every one of these cases, there's normally someone that knows something that might have a little bit of a history or something they don't want out there. They actually work with them. Like in the Herman Montgomery case, they're like, "Look, we know you don't want to come talk to us because you have your own problems. But we're going to work with you." It's like they'll excuse your little, misdemeanors and stuff. They'll be like, "Okay, look, I know you didn't pay your speeding ticket. Hey, look, we know you dabble in the drugs. Hey, look, I got it. This, we need the bigger fish here." Yeah, you're right. We got a lot of new names in here, guys. Hit that sub button. Hit that sub button. Is anybody ready for Kevin's Daily Rant?
Oh, bring it. I love this bit. It's my favorite.
Because he's about to explode after this video, I promise.
Oh,
you ready, Kevin?
Bring it. Oh, bullshit. Okay. Actually, this morning after yesterday, it was total cray-cray yesterday, and I didn't even think about, a rant but after seeing this today, Kat, well, this goes to show you absolutely how desperate some people are to use Summer for their own gain and benefit. Okay? And that is way wrong. This man, I don't know how old he is, but I'll tell you this. he's old enough to know better. This is absolutely ridiculous. We got a little girl, 5 years old, that is gone due to foul play, in my opinion. And this man is talking about, sacrificing. And the way this whole thing is, this man should know better because he knows damn good and well. I mean, he's got 50,000 subs. This man knows by throwing that shit out there, people are going to want to come in and hear this because the kind of people that believe shit like this, they're not, they just, you can't be in it 100% for summer and believe people like this. It is so ridiculous. It's getting so crazy. I don't even know what to say. But for this man to get on YouTube and talk about sacrifice and he's a reporter, he had to tell us 20 times that he's a reporter so we believe him. He could tell me 80 times. I don't believe him whatsoever. And if he's got such critical information, I am 100% positive the TBI, FBI, they already know. So this is a grown-ass man. I don't understand why he's even doing this. It just goes to show you that people will use a 5-year-old little girl, for personal gain. And that to me is absolutely appalling, disturbing, crazy, desperate. That's the word. And just carefree and careless. What he's stirring up is not good. I think the damn videos, they ought to take his shit down, as far as my opinion. He's not helping Summer whatsoever at all. He's not helping. And he's way behind in the facts. He doesn't even know half of them. And I'm just, that's my rant for today. But I just hope that everybody just looks at this kind of shit, and processes it and just throws it in the garbage because that's where it belongs. It does not belong on YouTube defending a 5-year-old little girl that, in my opinion, has fallen to foul play and not alive and well. And this man is making a shit show out of that. And that, my friends, is a fact, and that is disgusting. There, Brooks, I'm done.
Hey, Kev, remember when we were covering the Gabby Petito case?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the guy that said he saw Brian Laundrie walking down a country road.
There you go. What does that tell you? This man is pathetic. To use a little girl for his own shit show, he ought to be ashamed of himself. He better go do some real soul searching because, buddy, you are way out there and you are definitely disturbing, sir. And you are desperate. You need to hang up your YouTube career, buddy.
He needs to thank Kat because what he wanted was his 15 minutes of fame.
He got it.
He got it.
Kat gave him 16 minutes and 23 seconds. Spray tan, get a hold of Kat Chats, Crime and Coffee, and thank her. She gave you another minute and a half on your 15 minutes.
More than he deserved.
And thank you, Kat, for exposing another pathetic individual that uses, abuse, and neglect kids for personal gain. That is absolutely wrong and disturbing.
We aim to please.
You did great. I see you said very generous. Very generous. Guys, I think we can put that one to rest.
Hopefully.
Because old Spray Tan trying to negotiate a reward that he thinks an attorney's going to write this up for him, that he's going to give information to the police. They're going to find Summer as if they haven't been looking.
Right.
They're going to cut him a cool check for he mentioned 75,000, and then he's going to basically launder money over to the person that wouldn't come forward.
Right. Who he previously already said was a meth head.
Yeah.
So he's giving $75,000 to a meth head. Right. Okay.
Yeah, and he's gonna march right into the DA's office and have a talk.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah. Okay.
He's very powerful from that front seat. He's gonna make a deal. He's gonna make a deal. Crystal G, we are talking about the actual news reporter. Sorry. And Don probably already has reported him for spreading misinformation, if you want to know the truth.
Hopefully.
Isn't it amazing how many people out there are so shallow, so rude, so selfish, so self-centered to use an abused and neglected little girl for their own personal gain? To me, that is so wrong. I know I said it 4 times, but that's what really, really messes with me. That kind of mindset is dangerous, and it is so, so wrong.
It's just motivated by the wrong thing. It's motivated by money, and it was quite clear towards the end of that video that his motivation was the reward fund. It wasn't about Summer. It wasn't about finding Summer. He just wanted this drug addict to tell him more about how Don talks about a sacrifice in the watering hole and all of that stuff. That person, that even if he was speaking to someone from the area, doesn't know any more about what happened to Summer that day than anyone else, because Don, I'm sure as shit, did not walk up to him 3 hours after Summer disappeared and say, "Hey buddy, my daughter's missing, so you know what happened to her? Well, why don't you go read this book? It's by Ellen White and it talks about a sacrifice, and then she drowned in the watering hole, but my wife was so upset that we didn't want anyone to know, so we brought her home and then we had to take her somewhere to get rid of her body." Like, how did that conversation even happen? Does he seriously think we're that stupid?
Yeah, and then he said he's going to go look for himself to see if Summer's there. Yeah, good job, reporter, contaminating a crime scene, you dumbass.
Or the FBI have already checked it, just because they haven't told us, or the TBI or the FBI, whoever, have already checked it. He's like, no one will tell me where the job site is. Well, that's because you don't need to know. Well, if anyone
I can tell you, dipshit.
Right, but the fact is, it doesn't even matter. Even if they did tell him, it doesn't matter, because the TBI and the FBI have already checked that shit out. They're not stupid. They're not sitting there going, we'll leave that bit of the puzzle out. We won't go check out the old job site because, we don't know if that's important or not. Of course, they've been and checked it out already. He's not going to get a reward fund for going checking out the bloody last job site that Don worked at, because it's already been checked. Like, yeah,
I guarantee you, he's 50 years behind TBI and FBI in knowledge.
Absolutely. Still watching Baywatch at the weekends.
It's working for him because he got the look. He got the look. And not to mention, we have a lot of locals in our chat that said on June 16th, because people were in a panic about Summer, that there was heavy law enforcement at the horse pond.
Yeah.
Heavy. They had divers out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now he's
even tried in that video, he even tried to say, he was literally like telling everyone the exact point of the horse pond, because in his opinion, the TBI and the FBI searched the wrong part of the horse pond where Summer went missing. Because the TBI and the FBI do that a lot, don't they? They go, oh, we know she was swimming there, so we're going to check right over the other side of this horse park thing. He must honestly think that people are stupid to come out with the stuff that he said.
Yeah. And the thing of it is here, I know some people, I guarantee you this is coming. Well, you guys dog that man, and so you're a shit show too. Let me tell you something. People like this need to be exposed.
Yeah.
For who they truly are. They are not Their number one goal is not to be a voice for these kids every day, period.
I just think they need to ask themselves more questions. And it's not just for him. I'm talking about other people that have been out there as well on this case. They just need to ask themselves more critical questions. Like when he's interviewing some source that says he saw Don 3 hours after, and this is what Don told him, instead of swallowing that as being true, why not say to himself, really, that conversation happened 3 hours after? I don't think so. You know,
Yeah.
why report that even? It's just so
I
ridiculous.
I
This
think that
doesn't
is
even
absolutely ridiculous. There is no way that Don Wells left that hill or some dude come marching up the driveway with all them
Right,
police there. They would have corralled everybody. Sit your ass here. You sit your ass there. We got questions for you,
right.
buddy. What are you doing up here? Yeah, it's all bullshit.
it's no. Mm-mm. No. I'm doubting this conversation never happened.
Yeah, me too.
That would be a very important conversation to have. Please don't think that the TBI didn't think to ask everybody on
Right.
that road,
Yeah.
people at work, people at church, people she talks to on Facebook. Please don't think that. There's a reason we're still coming up on Summer's birthday and there's no resolution.
Right.
Well, Brooks, hasn't it been said, and I do believe this is true, when something like this happens, the law enforcement sits everybody, nobody's going nowhere. Not when, I guarantee you, when they seen who was missing, there was some red flags going off. I can guarantee you that. And they are not going to let the people walk around while a child supposedly got abducted. They keep track of everybody and every statement, period.
They have to. You can't leave a stone unturned and sell it to a jury. A
I don't
jury
believe
is
they have left any stone unturned either.
no, because a jury, it's not 12 lawyers sitting there that understand the law and how evidence is collected and everything. It's normal people. They have to basically put it at a 5-year-old's level to explain horrific events and put people behind bars for life. Crazy.
Well, I kind of hope that if it does ever get to a jury, that the people on the jury aren't as dumbass as this bloke.
Well,
Even he doesn't understand things when they're explained in words of one syllable.
I just appreciate the spray tan, the perm, the Grecian formula he puts in his hair. He needs a gold. He needs a gold chain. Okay, that's one thing that's missing. We need a gold chain, and that you gave him an additional minute and 23 seconds.
Okay, and here's another thing that's so obvious. He's talking horse pond and a sacrifice. How long ago was that brought up?
Every single time Don speaks, it's brought up because he talks about that book by Ellen White. Like that's literally his default position. Whenever he's asked a question that he hasn't got an answer to, he starts asking you if you've read this book by Ellen White. It's come up a million times. So anybody that met with that reporter, in inverted commas, would have been able to tell them exactly the same story. It doesn't matter if it was 3 hours or 3 weeks after Summer went missing. Everybody knows that Don constantly goes on about that book. So anyone could have told him that story. It still doesn't make sense.
Anyone could have. And when Don says stuff like that, he's not saying it literally.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he's a commandment keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and he always knew something was going to happen to Summer.
Mm-hmm. Good. This is great. That video was awesome, Kat.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys, and thanks for playing it and having me up on panel, Brooks. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Matrix said like the first week. I've been talking about it since the first week.
Yep.
I understand when you're new to the rodeo and you think you're going to solve everything, you don't even realize what's gone on for over half a year. Think about this. It's hard to even fathom. We're not that far away from June 15th.
No.
That would be a year.
It's her birthday next, though, isn't it?
Ruby. If it wasn't an accident, it was if it was an accident, it wasn't a sacrifice, spray tan man. Nope. Nope. Andrew Hiltz, welcome to the chat. And those who know H is my son. Protect your baby boy. I hope something's being done about what Candace did.
Yeah, I hope to God that Hunter is well taken care of, safe, being monitored, because in my opinion, Hunter is a child and he is a victim.
I agree.
I agree. I agree. Very much. You guys know my thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we have another show in an hour and a half. So I'm going to start closing this down. Kat, you coming back for Harmony Montgomery?
I will be here.
As always.
I'll
All
see
right.
you
I'm going to
later.
let you guys say your goodbyes. and then
Okay,
we'll
thanks
close.
everyone. Thanks so much for sitting through the video as well. Really appreciate it. Speak to you soon.
Absolutely. You do awesome work. Don't forget to
Thank
sub
you.
her, guys.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to go now. Bye, Kevin. I'll speak to you later.
Bye, Kat.
Bye.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you, Kat. And I would also like to thank everybody that's here for summer and not buying this crap that is out there every day. You know, they just can't do it. They have to do the shit show because that's all they have. They don't have it in them. You can't teach it. They don't wear the hearts on their sleeve, period. And like I always say, tell your kids you love them today. If you don't have kids, tell a family member. If you don't have any family, tell your pet. And if you're, yourself, tell yourself you're loved. And because you are absolutely worth it 100%. And I am so proud of all these people that are here every day for Summer, Harmony, Gannon, just so many to even count. There are so many. And I want to thank everyone seriously from the bottom of my heart for being here.
I had myself muted. I'll put that back up by Lisa. Thinking of summer 24/7, absolutely. And we don't mean the season. We don't mean the season. Yesterday was a crazy day, and I want to give an extra big shout out to the mods. You girls and guy are savage, and you know what? It's not just my back you have. It's not the channel, it's the kids. Everybody that shows up every morning at 9 a.m., you're here for the kids. You're here for the kids, and you're the cases, and for the cases. Summer can't speak for herself. We keep Summer alive. Harmony can't speak for herself. We're going to be talking about her in an hour and a half. In the meantime, send me an email, cll72020@gmail.com. I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions on what's going on. Share this video, like this video, sub the channel. Come see me on Facebook. We have a page there. We have a group that's getting really busy, really interactive. It's awesome to see that. And we're going to see you back here at noon talking about Harmony Montgomery. You guys are the best chat on YouTube. Can't do it without you. No way. No way in the world, because you're giving Summer a voice every single day. Can't say enough about you guys. You're the best. Love you. See you back here in an hour and a half.
I'll be back.
The Terminator said, I'll be back.